Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening. In case if you haven't met yet in person, I'm Elena from Off the Mat Living and also the founder of the Grow Embody Thrive coaching method. So I'm here to welcome you to your purpose pause, which is our weekly gathering to pause, reflect, meditate. So tonight is a very special practice that I would like to share with you, which is called Yoga Nidra. In case if you have not seen my earlier messages, Yoga Nidra is normally practiced lying down. So today is a perfect excuse to practice lying down, although you are completely always welcome to lie down for any of the meditations. But today for Yoga Nidra in particular, we do practice it reclined. So a couple of things before we begin. Have some warm blankets, warm clothes. So the whole purpose is to be comfortable. I would suggest a pillow for support underneath as well. If you feel like your lower back gets a little bit sore from lying down, sometimes placing another maybe pillow just underneath your thighs might also support you a bit better. So this is something to create that perfect setup for yourself. And couple of points also in case if you have never done Yoga Nidra before. So Yoga Nidra is essentially translated as yogic sleep. While you are not necessarily going to be falling asleep, if you do, that's completely okay. The body takes what the body needs. But the value of this practice is that we intentionally, on purpose, are slowing down our mind, and we also doing a practice called a body scan and reverse consciousness, which helps to imitate the relaxation impact on your nervous system, similar to the sleep, and in a much shorter period of time. I believe it's half an hour of Yoga Nidra or 1 hour is equals to 4 hours of your sleep. So this is a great way to restore the nervous system. I will be talking for this meditation a bit more because it's going to be on continuing. You are welcome to follow my voice or get back to it. However, if you drift away to sleep, that's completely okay too. One thing, just maybe in the beginning of the practice that I would ask you is to set an intention. Now, last week I mentioned about the Lion's Gate, which is essentially 2 weeks right now, where it's a really powerful time to manifest what you would like to bring into your life. So this is something maybe to keep in mind, that if you want to include that into your intention setting. In the ancient language Sanskrit, that yoga terminology is on, it's called sankalpa, and essentially is translated as a intention or a seed. So we're planting that seed of intention in your subconscious during the practice. So once we get comfortable, I would ask you to make that intention. And the suggestions are, so it should be a positive statement, so avoiding the nots. And it could be anything, but I'll just give you a couple of suggestions just to think about it right now. So perhaps it could be, I am healthy, or I am happy, or I do something, or I have something. So anything that you feel that I have calm in my life, anything that comes to your mind. So just maybe have a quick think, what would you like to make? And it would be a statement that I would invite you to say to yourself 3 times at the beginning of the practice and then at the end of the practice as well. So let's get comfortable. So hopefully you have all of your props, so any pillows, any cushions. If you need to have an extra blanket, please quickly grab it, get yourself comfortable. I will remain seated, so just in case that you feel that you don't even need to look at the screen at all. So I would like you to maybe just make yourself comfortable, so then you can hear my voice as a guide. So when you have maybe made yourself comfortable, either on, if you are in the bed, hey, that's completely okay. I've done online classes in the past, where especially during COVID, where people would just practice in bed and then fall asleep straight after. I've had some clients who fell asleep during the session and then woke up afterwards, so that's completely okay too. So make yourself comfortable, and as anytime we are starting a yoga practice, a meditation practice, it's about tuning in towards your body, noticing how the body feels right now. During yoga nidra practice, I would encourage you not to make too many movements. However, if you feel like you need to make any adjustment, of course, by all means, it's all about being comfortable. Because if your body is comfortable, then you are able to go a bit deeper into your unconscious a bit more. So as I mentioned before, if you're tuning in a bit late, the practice of yoga nidra or yogic sleep, we are not necessarily going to be falling asleep. If you do, that's completely okay. You might be drifting in and out of the practice. Just return to the sound of my voice. So I hope you already have settled in a comfortable lying down position. If you are seated, I would highly recommend to have your back fully supported, so you can really let the weight of the body to be supported as much as possible. Gently guide attention towards your breath, perhaps noticing the sensation of the coolness of the breath entering the nostrils, and as you exhale, feel slightly warmer air leaving the nostrils. And right now, just gently checking through the body. Notice if there is any sensation, any tension anywhere. Imagine breathing in spaciousness into any part that needs a little bit more attention. And as you breathe out, allow yourself to make any adjustments, but also imagine that yet that tension starts to flow out of the body with that exhalation. And if your eyes are right now closed, or perhaps if you have a soft gaze, try to bring it more inwards. And I invite you to either imagine or visualize the room around you without looking. So see if you can maybe visualize it, or perhaps sometimes it's more of a sensory thing. Feel the floor underneath you or the bed underneath you, any support underneath you. The walls, the ceiling, the windows, the door. Feel the support underneath you. And either visualize yourself supported, prepared for your practice right now, or perhaps feel that connection of the body, the back of the body towards the support. And see if you can maybe start to gently notice any sounds outside of the room you're in, without creating a story around it. So if there are multiple sounds or a sound, rather than labeling it, just allow your attention to move from one to the other. So there might be somebody else speaking in another room. You might hear the traffic outside of the window. Anything at all, maybe even the birds. And see if you could gently start to bring your attention towards the sounds inside of the room. Maybe it's even the sound of your own breath. and the sound of my voice. Bringing your attention more and more inwards. And I invite you to say that intention, that positive statement of something that you would like to bring into your life. Say it to yourself quietly in your mind 3 times. And the practice of Yoga Nidra is starting now. Listen to the sound of my voice, and if you drift in and out, return towards it. Bring your attention towards your breath once again, noticing the sensation of the air underneath the nostrils. Breathing in and breathing out. We are going to take a body scan right now, a rotation of consciousness, where I will be mentioning parts of the body, just inviting you to move your attention gently as I mention them. There is no need to create any movement in that part of the body. So I invite you to perhaps, you can either imagine a light moving at the same time as your attention moves, of a particular color. It could be a sensation, maybe as you are following my voice, you can feel a little bit of the warmth in that part of the body. So whatever it is, just allow that connection to happen. We are going to start with your right hand. So take your time to bring your attention towards the right hand. If it helps to wiggle the fingers very, very gently. And then I invite you to bring your attention towards the pinky finger of the right hand. And then move it towards the fourth finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb of the right hand, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, right wrist, forearm, right elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin, right ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, and all 5 toes. noticing your whole right side. Taking a couple of deep breaths in, breathing in through the whole right side of the body. And breathing out. Breathe in through the right side. Breathe out, relax it fully. And one more breath with intention, breathing in into the right side. And breathe out. And then slowly we are going to shift your awareness towards the left pinky finger on the left hand. Again, if it helps, imagine creating just a little bit of space between the fingers of the left hand as you move your attention there. Relax the pinky finger and then start to shift your attention towards the fourth finger, middle finger, index finger, left thumb, palm of the left hand, top of the left hand, left wrist, forearm, upper arm, left elbow, left shoulder, left armpit, left side of the waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, left ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, and all 5 toes. The whole left side completely relaxed. And the next 3 breaths, I invite you to breathe in with intention into the left side of the body. Breathe out, allow it to relax more. Breathe in, breathe out. And one more time, breathing into the left side of the body. Breathe out, let it relax more. And gently we are going to move your attention towards the back of the body. Starting with the heels. Bringing attention towards the heels, allowing them to be soft and heavy. And shifting awareness to the back of the calves, backs of the knees, backs of the thighs, relaxing the glutes, lower back, middle back, upper back, the whole length of the spine, space between the shoulder blades, back of the neck, and back of the head. The whole back of the body completely relaxed. Breathing in through the back of the body. Breathe out. Allow it soften and relax more. And softly, gently move your awareness to the top of the head. Moving towards the front of the body. Relaxing through the top of the head. Moving attention to your forehead. Right eyebrow. Left eyebrow. The space between the eyebrows. Right ear, left ear, right nostrils, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, gentle space between the lips. Relaxing your tongue, right cheekbone, left cheekbone, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, the area around belly button, lower abdomen, and the pelvis area. The whole front of the body completely relaxed. The whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole right side, the whole left side, the whole body together. The whole body together, completely relaxed. The whole body completely relaxed. Now I will gently invite you to go through opposite sensations. I invite you to imagine that your whole body is getting very cold right now. Maybe you can imagine being outside in the snow. Maybe you can imagine feeling the coolness of the air against your skin. The body is getting very cold, almost as if it's impossible to move, almost frozen. Feel the coldness in the whole body. Maybe you can imagine snowflakes falling, making a contact on the skin. The whole body getting cold. And now I invite you to imagine that your whole body is getting very warm. Perhaps you can imagine yourself being on a beach in summer. Maybe you can even feel that sensation of the sand, warm sand against the feet. Maybe you can imagine feeling the warm breeze or a hot breeze, like some of those hot days we have in Australia when it feels like you are standing next to a hot fan. Feeling that heat in the whole body. Now I invite you to imagine your body starting to get very heavy. So heavy, almost as if you are melting and sinking into support underneath you, whether it's the floor, the chair, the bed. So you start to feel the whole back of the body, the heels, the backs of the legs, the back of the head, getting so heavy, almost it's making a dent in the support underneath. Almost as if it's made out of some really heavy material, like heavy metal. Feel the heaviness in the whole body. And now I invite you to imagine your body starting to get very light as a feather. Maybe you can almost feel how the body, the feet, the legs, the torso, the head, it's almost lifting off the support underneath you. It's so light. You're almost floating. Feel that lightness in the whole body. The whole body is light. And with that sensation of lightness, I invite you to bring your sensation, bring your awareness towards the heart, the area around the heart. Breathing into the lightness in that heart space. And maybe it's a sensation, maybe it's a color, maybe it's light. I invite you to imagine breathing into the heart space, and with each inhalation, imagine that lightness or sensation or color getting stronger. And exhale, feel that lightness. And maybe with each next breath, as you are breathing in, imagine that lightness, that energy of peacefulness and lightness almost overflowing. So I invite you to imagine that with each exhalation, you are breathing it out, so sending that light, that color, that sensation out of the heart, outwards. With each breath, feel that sense of calmness, peacefulness, love getting stronger. With each breath out, feel that bursting of the energy going outwards. Maybe it starts to feel like it's as if it's a beam of light or beam of warmth coming out of your heart area, because the heart is so full. And I gently invite you to maybe imagine that you are looking at yourself right now and you saw that movement, you see that movement of the light getting stronger around the heart area as you inhale, and then as you exhale, expelling out like a beam of light. And then I invite you to imagine that you are zooming out. So you are starting to get a little bit further. So as if you're looking into a telescope, you start to zoom out. And as you zoom out, you can see that light in your heart area, like a smaller dot, getting stronger. Inhale, radiating outwards on your exhale. And as that dot gets smaller because you are moving further away from it, I invite you to imagine that as you start to look more around, you can see more and more dots of lights everywhere. Perhaps in the house you live in the other houses. And as you zoom more and more out, you can see more and more of those beams and lights getting stronger with each breath in, radiating outwards as you exhale. And I invite you to imagine that with your own ray of light, imagine sending that energy of calmness, lightness, peacefulness towards somebody you love and care about. And then perhaps, because you get so much of it, imagine sending it towards somebody you might not even know, somebody who might need it. And those beams of light start to disperse even more. And as you are sending out yours, you start to receive from others as well. Notice how it feels to be in that beautiful sensation of those beams of lights radiating outwards, being shared between you and others. And I just gently guide your attention now back towards your chest, back towards your heart space. So imagine bringing yourself back into the room, still having that powerful sensation in your heart area. Taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. Breathing into that heart space. And I invite you to repeat that same intention, that same positive statement that you created at the beginning of the practice. I invite you to repeat it again 3 times to yourself. And when you have done it, return your awareness towards the breath. Knowing that this practice is helping you to plant the seed in your unconscious to manifest from the space of love, calmness, spaciousness. What is it that you would like to draw into your life? Take again deep breath in through the nostrils. And as you breathe out, I invite you to feel a bit more into the physical body right now. So maybe you can feel the support underneath you once again. Whether you have your eyes still closed or open, I can gently invite you to visualize, or maybe without looking, feel the space around you. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, the windows, the door. And then bring attention again towards the body. Maybe you can visualize your body in the room or feel that sensation of the support underneath you. And with each breath, imagine that you are breathing in more and more awareness and connection back towards your physical body. And as you start to feel more connected towards it, I invite you to maybe create a really micro movements first. So maybe it's not so much moving, but imagining the space between the toes and the fingers. Maybe even gently stretching through them. Feel the body, and perhaps notice how the body would like to be moved right now. And if you are staying afterwards in a bed to fall asleep straight away, feel free to do that as well and stay in a position that serves you. But any movements you are doing right now, I invite you to do them with a sense of gratitude and acceptance of your physical body. So the physical body is that vessel that has allowed you this practice, and using the body scan and the sensations to anchor that intention into your unconscious mind. So I invite you to stay in this space as long as needed. And I want to thank you for being here with me tonight. Whether you are watching it on replay, when you have time, I would love to hear from you, whether you have watched it replay or joined live, and how you found it. And if you have any questions, also please feel free to at any point message me. Thank you so much. I want to acknowledge you for your practice and for your time to look after yourself, and I want to acknowledge the life within you. Namaste.